Hello, class. Today we're going to talk about exploring. What does it mean to explore? What does it mean to look into space and go further to see a new frontier? Our future as explorers holds its foundation in our past and in our future. Space exploration, including the possible missions to Mars, has opened up a whole new world for us to explore. Let's look at what we've done in the past. We've already landed on the moon, but what are we exploring now for our future? What if we went further and went to another planet? Think about that. Maybe we would start a colony for human exploration of the planet Mars to get to know that planet better for what might lie ahead and the outcomes of colonizing for future generations. Well, let's take a look at history. As you can see in these pictures, we have scientists that are very careful in their putting together of a rover. And you notice how they're wearing their masks and their special suits because through past science research and building the space program, they have realized that they have to be very, very clean in their work area because one little flaw could um, mess up a mission and cost millions of dollars. So here they are putting the rover together and they encapsulate it. And as you can see here, uh, right here is the rocket taken off with the rover. So this happened on November 26, 2011. It was a United Launch Alliance. The Atlas V rocket blasts off from Space Launch Complex 41 with NASA's Mars Science Lab rover called Curiosity. So that leads me to ask you, why do we explore? Many feel that it's the natural curiosity humans have. Look at our look at us when we start to explore as children. Whether we know it or not, we are natural born explorers. There are many reasons why we explore. From birth, we learn about life and how it works by exploring. No one can be satisfied for very long without exploring. Whether you are talking to someone next to you or looking around the room, you are always exploring. So for this assignment, we're going to work in teams, and first we're going to read about the traditional reasons for exploration um, that I hand out to you. I have a few handouts that will explain different things, specifically looking ahead to exploration of Mars. What kind of things do we need to know about? Well, in this assignment, your team will write a few sentences that best explains or summarizes your team's reason for exploring. But there's a catch. Your team's sentences must begin with the letter assigned to you by me. So I will give you one of these letters to explore and to write about. Your team will draw an illustration for your main sentence just to get an idea to better help you plan a presentation that you're going to give as a team to the class. So each member of the team is to copy the team's sentences after you have come up with your idea for your letter. And you will also copy the illustration the best you can on the paper I provide you. Then in our teams, we're going to go around the room and we're going to have all the teams have their information ready, and you will get together with the other team and you'll copy the other team's sentences onto um, your own paper so that they each will have a mini poster of the word explore. When the exercise is completed, you'll have everybody's information. These mini posters can be used for completing your Prezi, your presentation that you're going to do as a team, and it's also for closure and making other connections to Mars exploration. As a team, you will discuss how you will design a Prezi at this point. For your sentences and your illustrations that you did, you'll use text, an image, um, or images, video, and an audio, which could be a podcast that of your making, or something that you get from NASA, say, for example, or just from the internet with whatever your ideas are for audio for your presentation. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take a day and just explore how to make a Prezi. And I have a connection. I'm not going to play it right now, but it's called My First Prezi, and I will have the link at the end of this video so that you can go on. I will take you to the computer lab, and you will be able to um, work with a Prezi and get used to it, and then we'll come together as a team and make a team Prezi for each of the letters of the word explore. You're off. Now you're going to explore as a team and create a masterpiece. I have a few things here that can help you in the history, but I expect you to research this information um, and to search it with Safe Search. Here's an example of a picture of Mars, and we've labeled the topography of it. And why do you think that is? Why do we need that information? So the exploration of Mars has, well, we have a lot of history to it, and so I have a list of countries, spacecraft launches, and the results of that in this video. But I expect that you can look at these and go research these different things on your own and put them in your Prezi. You don't have to put all of them in there, but you can surely put a little history slide together where you talk about exploration for the future of exploring Mars. So here's some ideas. This is starting with Mars 1 from Russia in 1962. It was a flyby, but there was no data sent back, and it goes on up to Mariner 8 here in 1971. It was orbiter lost during the launch, so it was a lot of money that was spent, and unfortunately, it came to an early demise. The next bunch goes from Mars 2 in 1971 all the way to Mars 7 in 1973. So you can see the progress that we made and what progress we didn't really make. And you can see, like, Mars 4 was lost in space. Look how much that we got back from the Mars 9, or excuse me, Mariner 9. So a lot of things that you could research. Then we have Viking 1 and 2 in 1975. Got 50,000 photos from that. Through Pathfinder of 1996, the lander was due in 97. So we've had other missions, orbiter and lander missions, happened in the years that I show here. And I want you to find out more, look into it. These spacecraft were intended to map rock and mineral compositions from orbit, explore the South Pole and the ancient highlands, collect rock samples, and to return them to Earth. So tell me, why did they do this? Why is that important for our future in exploration? You know, one thing that's very interesting, this is the Hubble. And this is just, a picture to give you an idea of what we're not looking at a distance here, but we're just looking at our understanding of why we would go further and explore Mars. Human explorers will surely follow. The first people to walk on Mars are probably in school today. And yes, that means you. It could be you that colonizes Mars. What would you do? how informed do you want to be when you're going to Mars? So, the things you will need to have in your presentation, Explore, made in Prezi, are as follows. You need to have the word explore with your assigned letter emphasized in your Prezi. Then you want to use text, images, video, audio, and I'm going to give you an information sheet on how to do safe search. And when we go to the computer lab, I will show you how to safe search images and be able to reference those in your Prezi. You're going to connect to historical reasons for exploration of Mars. For example, I talked about curiosity in this Prezi. Your desire to explore Mars using spacecraft, landers, robotic craft, and humans. So, give me a little picture of how you would expect to explore, um, or go on to explore Mars. You can also add bonus slide with one fact that you did not know about Mars' surface and the exploration preparation for landing Curiosity. So it's very important to know the typography of Mars. We know the typography of the moon very well, and in order to land on the moon, this had to be modeled out for the spacecraft landing and for the astronauts. So we need to do the same for Mars. We have done the same, and for our rover's landing. So tell us something about that. There's a lot of information about that typography. Your final slides will be a reference slide, just like you would write in a bibliography, annotated bibliography. Um, you would reference anything on your Prezi that you used, such as text that's not yours, images that aren't yours. Of course, a lot of this is going to be all images found on Google, video and audio. That wouldn't be yours. So the last slide shows my references, and as you can see, my first Prezi video is right here, so we will go and look at that video. It's a short little video, and it will take you through the steps of learning how to do Prezi. It's really easy, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it. So hopefully that explains to you everything that you need to do for your presentation as a team that would be looking into exploring Mars. Your destination is knowing more about Mars. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed.